In this video, we will be determining the square root of a perfect square symbolically. There are algebraic strategies to determine the square root of a perfect square. The first method involves two equal factors. We need to consider if the number can be written as the product of two equal factors. Consider 36, which can be written as 6 times itself, 6. That means the square root of 36, which is the square root of 6 times 6, is a single 6. Look at 256. It can be written as 16 times 16. So, the square root of 256, which is the square root of 16 times 16, is a single 16. In general, the square root of a squared, which is the square root of a times a, is a. When a number can be written as the product of two equal factors, it is a perfect square. The second method involves prime factorization. We need to consider if the number can be factored as two equivalent prime factor groups. Let's look at 36, which can be factored as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. We have one group of 2 times 3 and an identical group of 2 times 3, making two groups of 2 times 3. So the square root of 36, which is the square root of one group of 2 times 3 times another group of 2 times 3, is a single group of 2 times 3, which is 6. Let's look at 324. 324 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we have 2 2s and 4 3s. We have one group of 2 times 3 times 3 and a second group of 2 times 3 times 3. So 324 can be written as a product of two groups of 2 times 3 times 3. So the square root of 324 is the square root of those two groups of 2 times 3 times 3. So the square root of 324 is a single group of 2 times 3 times 3, which is 18. The third method involves determining if the number has an odd number of factors when listing factors in order. Consider 64. It can be written as 1 times 64, 2 times 32, 4 times 16, and 8 times 8. So when you list the factors of 64, from 1 to 64, you don't list the 8 twice. You would list the 8 once. That's 7 factors, and 7 is an odd number. When a number has an odd number of factors, it is a perfect square. So the square root of 64 is the square root of 8 times 8, which is 8. 8 happens to be that middle number. So when you have an odd number of factors, and the factors are listed from smallest to largest, the square root is always the middle factor. When looking at a multiplication chart, our focus with square roots will not be the products along the green diagonal, but rather the factors highlighted in the top and left rows in yellow. So the square root of 225 is the number highlighted in yellow, 15. Please proceed to the next activity in this lesson, and thank you for viewing.